made this video because I know there's a lot of people out there who have knee pain or have torn their ACL and they're really conflicted as to whether they want to go down the surgery path or, you know, continue in what they're doing, because they're like, oh, I'll just avoid this sport and that sport, and it's not too bad. It flares up every now and then, but you know, we'll see how we go. So basically I wanted to talk about my experience and why I decided to go and get my ACL repaired. So I got my knee back to nearly, you know, reasonable use. It still couldn't trust it completely, but you know, I could surf and go for long walks and, you know, do everything that I wanted. I was still in, you know, maybe 14, 16 weeks since I'd injured it, but yeah, I decided to go down the surgery path and get my ACL repaired. I first went to a surgeon in Grafton, and he said to me, yeah, just do what continue what I'm doing. You know, you've gotten past the worst bit, see how well you go with getting your full use back, and you know, if you do further damage, that's when we'll go in there and do surgery. And I was like, oh, okay, that's good. I don't, you know, that appeals to me. I don't really want to have to go down the surgery path if I don't have to. But then I, you know, spoke to my physio, and she didn't like that at all, because one, I'm young, only 26. I, you know, have a whole life ahead of me, and she said, why don't you want more stability in your leg? You know, you don't want the risk of tearing anything else, your meniscus, MCL, you know, you don't want to have to worry about that. If you get a surgery done, you have so much more stability and you're able to play sport and do whatever you want. Do you really want that risk of having to avoid things for the rest of your life when you can just go and get this fixed? And obviously I had lots of different family members chiming in, no, don't get it done, I never did. Aunties, you know, I'm completely fine, I never got it repaired. My partner even, he tore his ACL, and by the time they figured out what it was, he it was months later, and yeah, he was doing everything he wanted. Now he's jogging, and he's, you know, he can't jog more than a few Ks, and he always wears a knee brace on when he's playing tennis and stuff like that. But yeah, he's pretty well back to full use. He's going to see how I go with mine as to whether he decides to get his repaired, because, you know, he still has to be very, very careful, considering he does snowboarding. He has to wear this massive, huge knee brace, and it often tweaks and things like that. So yeah, then I was like, all right, well, I'll go see a second opinion, and I went up to Dr. Chris Vitula on the Gold Coast and saw him, and he offered some advice to me, what the physio had said, and just said, you know, you're only young. He sees so many people coming back in through his surgery who decided not to get their ACL repaired and then have done further damage, and they're in a whole world of pain. Their recovery is so much longer, the treatment is so much longer, everything about it is bigger than Ben-Hur, basically. And he says, at least with this, it's relatively straightforward. You get it repaired, you know, you go through your rehabilitation, and you pretty well, it's more likely that you'll tear your other ACL actually than what you will do on the same one again. So, you know, after that, I guess I was pretty sold. He said to me, you know, I think there was a lot of misconceptions about your recovery time. So he said 3 to 4 months so I can get back in the surf. 3 to 4 months till I can jog in a straight line, you know, only a month or two before I can go road biking, you know. So I was like, geez, that doesn't sound too bad at all. We'll see how we go. But I guess only time will tell as to how long the actual recovery really is. So that's why I went down the path of getting surgery and getting it fixed. Hope that, you know, helps you a bit with your decision.